What is going on, everyone? BitterHyena here. Now today's video is going to be a little different than the normal ones. But before we get into it, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. I am a big fan of retro gaming. I still have just about every system I have ever had, minus I believe the original Xbox and the original PlayStation. Now in my younger years, wanting to get my hands on some more money like most kids do, so I could buy the newest consoles and games, I went and sold a good portion of my older games. Now pretty much ever since then, I tried to pick up any of the older games that I liked when I was younger, and I tried to get my hands on some games I had never played before. Now at this point, I have a nice little game collection going on, including Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, Sega, Nintendo 64, and the ones that I buy the most of, the Game Boy games. Handheld gaming has always been my favorite, and it always will be. So when I seen the original announcement for the Analog Pocket, I just knew I had to get myself one. Fast forward to October of 2022, and I finally put in a pre-order for one. Now this is back when they were sending them out sporadically, and they were just absolutely years behind on the pre-orders. So I think in total it took me about 9 to 10 months to finally get my hands on one. But I've got to say that is probably one of the coolest handhelds that I have ever had, and I do not regret buying one whatsoever. Now, if you have not picked one of these up yet and you are a fan of handheld gaming, I recommend that you do. There's a very nice system, very well made, and I have not had any problems whatsoever with it. That being said, as soon as I pre-ordered one, every now and then I would go on eBay and just pick up any game that I could. Any Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Advance games that were cheap, no matter the language, Japanese or English. If it was something that looked cool, I got it. So that part of my collection has grown significantly. Now this is the point where this video comes in. Now I believe it was last summer I was looking around on Facebook Marketplace and I found a page that was selling ROMs that they had put onto Game Boy cartridges. Now most of these different games were like fan-made Pokemon games, and I cannot believe how many of those things there are. But one game they had on there caught my eye, and it was the Pokemon Trading Card Game 2 that only ever came out in Japan. Now what's cool about that, it was actually a translated version of the original Japanese game. And as soon as I seen that, I had to have it, so I went ahead and ordered it. Now I have actually since streamed that game here on YouTube. It's a great game, but that feeling of playing a new Game Boy game that you've never played before, I never thought I was actually going to feel that again. Until now. I recently found a website that is actually selling new Game Boy games. Now these aren't boxed versions of older games, these are actually new games that people are making. Now on this website there's not like a crazy amount of them, but the fact that people are still making games like this for older hardware is just amazing to me. So I went through the list and found a game that I found very interesting, so I decided to pick it up, and today we are going to unbox it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Deadeus. Now this game originally released in April of 2022. Now this is a horror game that centers around a small boy who has a nightmare telling him everyone will die in 3 days, and that he has to investigate his village to see how he can save them all, if at all. With 11 different endings and no direct path, leaving it up to the player to decide which is the best course of action. When I heard a Game Boy horror game, I was instantly sold on this. Now I picked this up on incube8games.com. Now I will leave a link in the description below to the website if you want to go check them out. But besides this, they have two other versions of this game. There's like a collector's edition and then like a super collector's edition. Same way with a couple of their other bigger titles as well. Now that being said, this game here was $59.99, and $60 is probably a little bit too much for some people to swing on a Game Boy game this day and age. But I believe you can also buy just the ROMs themselves that you can play on a computer or even upload to like an emulator. So there are some options out there for you. Now I love playing games on original hardware and everything over emulators, so I am 100% down for all of this. And there's a couple other games on the website I'll be picking up as well. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. I have been waiting to get this open to make this video because I'm just so excited to open up a Game Boy game that is actually in like an actual box like they used to be. Like, this is so cool. It's got a nice little tearaway there for the plastic. Like, oh, it's so nice. Look at that. Such a cool box. There is the back of it as well. I will go ahead and take my face out of here, so if you want to read it. Now Deadeus itself isn't a very long game. I believe it's only like an hour or two. There are 10 different endings that you can get, so pretty high replayability on it. Now let's carefully pull this thing out. Ooh, and it's even in a little Game Boy cartridge like case there. It's so cool. I love it. What do we got here? We actually got some stickers for the game there for the website as well. Neat. Not too bad like that. Oh, and it's got its own little booklet as well. How cool is that? We got the story there. Here, you know what? If you want to read that, go ahead. We got the title screen playing the game. We got the controls saving the game. We got some of the little characters and sprites there, village map. This is so cool, man. I am so happy I picked this up. And it's even got the little notes thing in the back like the older Game Boy games used to have. Now that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. And the back of this, ooh, it's got some cool art on the back of it. Let's see. Oh, it is a like crystal clear case. That is nice. There we go. You can see the website logo there in the top on the actual board for the game. That is nice. Nice little Deadeus sticker there. And then on the back, ooh, that looks like intestines and different organs there. Oh my goodness. The time they took into making just this cartridge itself is so cool, man. Now I can't actually unbox this game without starting it up, so let's go ahead and do that. I have got my analog pocket here in the cool plastic case I got for it. Now like I said, I 100% recommend this thing, man. It is such a quality piece, man. It is so nice. But if you haven't seen one, here it is. I got the white one. They have released them in a bunch of different colors as well, but they were like limited releases and they are very expensive secondhand market. What am I saying? This thing is expensive normally. All right, now let's go ahead and put this thing in here and get it started. We'll take a look at the beginning of the game, like the opening scene and all that, and we'll see about it from there. All right, play cartridge. Let's see here. I don't know how loud this is going to be. I might have to turn it up or down. We got Incubate Games there. Got a nice little skeleton to begin with. The game contains themes that may be disturbing to some people. There's the back of the game. It's like intestines. Cool opening screen there. New game, continue. Of course, we're going to hit new game because not played it before. Turn it up a bit. My child, oh my goodness, a big ol' eye. Your flesh is a debt long overdue. I have given you all of the gift of life, and I shall so easily take it from you. 3 days from now, I will return to erase the earth of all of those who walk upon it. Only then will the debt be repaid. "3 days. The first day gives me like Majora's Mask vibes there. What a nightmare. I wonder if everyone is okay. I better go check on them. It almost set up like Pokemon a little bit there with the little room and everything. It's cool though. I like it. The graphics of it, it's a cool little game. I mean, I haven't done anything with it, but it looks nice. But I think with that, I am going to leave it there. Now, if this is a game you'd like to see me stream, we'll try to go through some of the different endings and everything. Let me know down in the comments below. I am very excited to get in this and I have no problem with streaming this whatsoever. So like I said, if it's something that interests you as well, let me know. But alrighty guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe and check out another video while you're at it. Don't forget to hit the little bell button, get notifications when more videos go up. And as always guys, thank you so much for your love and support. It is greatly appreciated, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.